Okay, so this next step could not be simpler, and I like to keep things simple. I'm going to go to my media library and I'm going to add some new graphics. I'm going to click right here. I'm going to go into my folder on my documents, and I have some client, these are real life client ads by the way, called Burner Alert, which is a new product on the market. If you don't have it, you should get it. Okay, I'm going to put an ad. I have different ad sizes here. Now, in creating ad graphically, I create my ads either using Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Fireworks, because both of those programs support PNG files, which is for transparency. So we can do a 160 by 600, which is also known as a skyscraper ad. So I'm going to come right here, and I'm just going to select these different ads here. And I'm going to hit open, and that's going to put that into my library. Now, here's the super cool part. What I can now do is I want to get a series or one. Now, these can also be animated GIFs, so therefore they can be a rotated banner ad as well. So I'm going to edit this particular ad right here, and I'm going to get its URL. So I'm going to take the URL and I'm going to copy that. So therefore, when I go back into my WordPress theme, templates, layouts, add layout, and recall right over here to the right is where I have that little image plugin, or widget I should say. So I'm going to put the image URL right there, and then I could put the actual URL to the site, which is http:// alert, or whatever your client's web address happens to be, burneralert.com, and save that. Now, of course, we could put another ad there as well. So now what's really cool about this, I want to share with you a production technique. Since I made my ad sequentially, I can take that same URL and basically just skip over to, because I know I have 9 in there, so I can go to 4. So watch this. So I'm going to close this. Now, don't confuse closing with deleting. I just want to close the widget. So if I scroll down here again to my PB image box and drag this up to the top, so I can put this underneath here. And again, I'm just going to paste, except in this particular case, I'm just going to put image number 4. Again, I work smart because I have this. When I created my images, I did them sequentially. So therefore, you don't have to guess what the URL is. And I'm just going to put the destination right there and save. Okay, now, again, very important step. Depending on what you have this tied to, this is how it's going to come up. So if you recall, when I selected that particular post, if I go back to my layout, so let's just pick another, I'm going to go down to my pages here for a second. So let's go back to pages, and let's go to header page again. And header page is going to come up to be the default ads, and hit update. So now when this page comes up, I'm going to see banner ads to the right. So if I view the page, I will see my banner ads off to the right. So how cool is that? Now, here's something you want to correct. Okay, I don't, as much as these banner ads are nice, I don't want them smacking up against each other. So how can I fix that? Well, a simple way to fix that, if I go back a few steps, back to the layout itself, I get to hit the back button a few times, or I can do it from as I showed you before. So if I go in here, so if I go back to my layout, pick the edit layout. Now again, this is something you really want to pay attention to. Okay, so right now these are widgets. Now what makes the Ultimatum theme so incredibly cool is you can throw all kinds of CSS at it very quickly, very easily, or you can do it graphically. So what's happening right here is that this is a wrapper container, also an HTML5 article tag. So I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to take this section right here, and I'm going to say, look, if I have widgets, I want to separate the widgets from the bottom. So a standard widget separation would be about 20 pixels. I'm going to save that. So therefore, if I come up here and save the changes, make a change, save a change, and I go up here to my front end, actually, so let's go right here, view site. So if I go up to my header page, there is my ads. My ads are separated with 20 pixels of space. So it's really, really cool. Now, here's another powerful technique to the Ultimatum theme. Basically targeting pages on what they are. So what do I mean by that? Well, is it a search page? Is it a single post page? Is it a multiple post page? So in the next video, I'm going to share with you really cool. It's one of my favorite things about the Ultimatum theme. There's lots of favorite things, but this is really a favorite. It's called assigning layouts. Now, it's not what we did just a second ago where we physically took individual pages, which you can do. But let's say you have 75 pages. I don't want to go through every single page and basically assign a different layout. So I'm going to share with you a really powerful technique called assigning layouts based on what that is. Is it a single post? Is it a multiple post? Etc., etc. We'll do that in our next video.